Just imagine, a poor boy suddenly gets a high-tech dog, which is actually a dangerous weapon made by the military. This is what happens in today's story. The story starts in a high-tech lab called Crane, where a scientist named Andrik is giving a presentation about his project. He has created a dog-like loyal robot named Axel, which he wants to use in the army. After this, we see that during a bike race, the chain on a boy named Miles Hill's bike breaks, causing the poor guy to lose. After the race, he becomes very angry when he sees the winner celebrating. Since his father was very poor, Miles went to the winner and asked for an extra chain. The winner of the race, Sam, was ready to give him the chain, but his father rudely refused. After this, both Miles and his father sat sadly together. After a while, a girl named Sarah came and gave them a chain she had stolen from Sam. Miles quickly installed the chain on his bike and got ready for the next race. Sam and Miles competed fiercely, but somehow, Miles won the race at the last moment. After the race, Sam congratulated Miles and invited him to a party. Miles initially refused, but after his father encouraged him to go, he agreed. Meanwhile, the robotic dog Axel ran away from the Crane lab. Andrik sent a team to find him, but by then, Axel had already reached the outskirts of the city. At the party, Sam took Miles to a ground where he set a broken car on fire while performing some stunts, and his friends were standing around, recording videos. Miles didn't like this at all, so he returned home, where he saw many beautiful bikes. Meanwhile, the girl who gave him the chain also arrived, and they sat together and talked for a long time. The next day, Miles told his father everything about the previous night and said that if he had the same facilities as Sam, he would have become the national champion. Meanwhile, Andrik had a meeting with Captain Weber, where the captain talked about seeing the final product of Axel soon. Andrik was very upset because the robot had already run away. What would he show? The next day, Sam invited Miles for a dirt bike race. After arriving at the track, Sam distracted Miles so that his friends could tamper with the fuel tank of Miles's bike. Sure enough, a few minutes after the race started, Miles's bike broke down, causing him to fall. Sam and his friends even made a video of the incident to tease Miles, and afterward, they left the poor boy alone. Miles emptied the tank and filled it with petrol again, but the bike still wouldn't start. Then he heard a sound coming from an empty container. When he went closer, he saw the robotic dog, Axel. At first, Miles got very scared. He picked up his bike and tried to run away, but Axel easily caught up to him using his advanced technology and started chasing him. Miles kept trying to escape with all his might, but then he saw Axel fall down while chasing him. He went over to Axel and saw that Axel had activated his self-destruction mode. Lovingly, Miles removed the fancy rubber around Axel, after which Axel connected himself to Miles's phone and deactivated his self-destruction mode. Miles took Axel back to the container and started fixing him by following the instructions written there. The next day, Sam and his friends were laughing at the video of Miles's fall when Sarah interrupted them and asked about Miles. Meanwhile, Miles was busy trying to fix Axel. He even took parts from his own bike to help repair Axel. Then he poured petrol into it and finally removed the cover from its mouth. Axel had many weapons inside his mouth, but he did not attack Miles. Instead, they both went to play together. Because they were in an open field, government drones spotted them. Meanwhile, back at the lab, Berman prepared to crush Axel's system, but Andrik stopped him. Andrik wanted to observe Axel's life with humans. After some time, Sarah came to meet Miles, but Axel saw her first and was about to attack when Miles stepped in and stopped him. He told Axel that Sarah had not come to attack. She was his good friend. At night, Sarah talked about sending Axel back, but Miles showed her the bullet marks on Axel's body and explained that his previous owner must have tried to escape, so there was no need to return him. Seeing Sarah and Miles together like this, Axel turned on disco lights and played some love songs. Back at the lab, Berman said that both of them were very poor, suggesting that they could just offer them some money and take the robot back. But Andrik refused, saying that by living with humans, Axel was beginning to change, which would be very beneficial for their research. The next day, Sarah and Miles decided to secretly take Axel back. On the way, they stopped at a petrol station where Axel hacked the ATM and the petrol machine. They didn't have to pay any money and even got a lot of cash from the ATM. Meanwhile, Sarah's mother asked Sam about Sarah, after which Sam tracked Sarah's phone location. Sarah and Miles hid in an empty house where they did some painting. During this time, Axel scanned them and recorded their hand movements in his memory. He showed a presentation afterward, through which Sarah and Miles understood that Axel had been designed to fight enemy soldiers in war. Axel trusted Miles and gave him his biometric chip. In this way, Axel permanently connected himself to Miles. Seeing all this, Berman got very angry and demanded that Andrik stop everything because now Axel was completely dependent on Miles. Then Sam arrived and started misbehaving with Sarah. but Miles released Axel toward Sam, and Axel knocked Sam down in one hit. Axel was about to attack Sam, but Miles stopped him just in time. Seeing that Axel was obeying all of Miles' commands, Andrik became very happy, but Berman was deeply upset. After Sam left, Sarah became very angry with Miles because her mother used to work for Sam's family. Sarah told Miles to take advice from his father, after which they left Axel there and went to talk to Miles's father. That evening, Sam returned with his friends to take revenge for his humiliation. If Axel had wanted, he could have hurt them badly, but following Miles's orders, he did not attack. To take revenge on Axel, Sam and his friends poured a lot of petrol on the ground and set Axel on fire. One of Sam's friends was live streaming the entire incident on social media. Meanwhile, at Miles's house, his father advised him to hand Axel back to the military. Just then, Sarah showed them the live video on her phone. Sarah and Miles quickly rushed to reach Axel, but they forgot the biometric sensor at home. Meanwhile, in the lab, the two scientists were watching everything helplessly, but there was nothing they could do. By the time Sarah and Miles reached Axel, it was almost too late. They somehow woke Axel up, loaded him into a truck, and took him to a 3D printing press, where they printed all of his parts. After the design was printed and attached to his body, Axel's system gave a message that his hardware had been fixed, and that it would take 2.5 hours for his system to reset. While waiting, Sarah and Miles grew very close to each other. As soon as Axel turned on, Andrik found out Axel's location, and sent some government agents to catch him. But just as the agents were about to attack, Axel's system activated, and he immediately fought back. All of Axel's memories returned, and he was filled with the urge to take revenge on Sam. He immediately ran away to find him, with Sarah and Miles following close behind. Axel found Sam's location, where Sam and his friends were burning something. Many people were present there, but as soon as they saw Axel, they scattered. Axel didn't care about anyone else. He only wanted to take revenge on Sam. Sam tried to fight Axel with a flamethrower, but his fuel ran out. At that moment, Sarah and Miles arrived and stopped Axel. By then, Andrik's drones also reached the scene, and, with the help of electric shocks, managed to bind Axel. Afterward, the army officers captured Axel, Miles, and Sarah, and took them to the lab. Andrik then asked Miles about the biometric sensor. Miles replied that Axel had feelings too, and should have the right to live freely. But Andrik was not in the mood to negotiate. He set a trap for Sarah, making it so that if she tried to escape, Axel would be forced to attack her. However, Sarah used her intelligence and started drawing the same design in the air that she had made earlier on the wall of the empty house. This triggered a memory in Axel's mind, and he realized that she was his friend. Seeing his friends trapped, Axel got ready to attack Andrik and Berman. Seeing this, Andrik and Berman ran away. But on the way, the army arrested Andrik because Berman had already sent an email to the commander explaining everything about Andrik's actions. Inside the lab, Sarah calmly said goodbye to Axel, but Miles wasn't ready to say farewell to his beloved pet. He decided to escape with Axel. After this, Commander Weber ordered the military to kill Axel. Miles and Axel kept running, but at one point, Miles fell off the bike. When Axel scanned him, it showed that Miles had a broken arm. Axel tried to help his boss, but Miles ordered him to run away. However, drones arrived again and started shutting down Axel's power, just like before. This time, Axel decided to take himself to a safe place and activate his self-destruction mode. Before dying, Axel looked at Miles one last time, and then, boom. Miles was heartbroken over the loss of his beloved robot dog. 6 weeks later, Commander Weber met Andrik in jail and offered him a chance to rejoin duty, telling him that somehow Axel's code was still active and the robot was trying to reconnect itself. On the other side, we saw that one day, Miles, while sitting quietly, pressed the biometric sensor, and suddenly Axel's logo appeared on both of their phones, showing that Axel was still alive. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.